Welcome to the vibrant and captivating city of Vancouver. This Canadian gem beckons travelers from far and wide with its innovative culinary scene, endless outdoor adventures, and sprawling downtown to explore. Whether you're seeking thrilling hikes, a taste of diverse cultures, or a stroll through bustling markets, Vancouver has something to ignite the wanderlust in your soul. Here are 15 of my favorite things to do in Vancouver, and be sure to stay to the end for a few bonus food recommendations. First up is Stanley Park. With its towering cedar trees, sparkling ocean views, and winding trails, it's hard not to fall in love with Stanley Park. Stanley Park is a must-visit for every nature enthusiast and is bigger than New York City's Central Park. Spend the day biking around the seawall, admiring its art, or exploring its hidden corners and beaches. I have a full video on my favorite spots in Stanley Park linked in the description. While technically part of Stanley Park, next up I recommend the Vancouver Aquarium. From playful sea lions to mesmerizing jellyfish, this place is a treasure trove of marine life and a great spot to dive into while in Vancouver. Get up close and personal with sea creatures, learn about marine conservation, and be awe-inspired by the beauty beneath the waves. Plus, it's often voted one of the best aquariums in North America, so it's well worth your time to explore. Following that, head over to Gastown's Steam Clock. Wander back in time to Gastown where you'll find the iconic steam clock. Every 30 minutes you can hear it hissing steam, feel the nostalgia in the air, and marvel at this unique piece of Vancouver's history. The longest it goes off is on the hour when it does its routine performance and then blows steam for each hour by number. There are always many people watching it, but it's well worth seeing at least a couple of times while you're in the city. Next up, head to the bustling Shipyards and night market in North Vancouver. Every Friday during the summer, people descend on the Shipyards for food trucks, local artisans, and live music. It's a great way to enjoy a sunny summer day in the city, and the lively atmosphere and good food are a perfect addition to the Vancouver city skyline views from across the water. Next up is the Capilano Suspension Bridge. The Capilano Suspension Bridge is probably the most popular attraction in Vancouver. It's easy to see why, as it has a massive swaying bridge, a skywalk over the gorge, and even a treetop adventure that you can do. Each of these vertigo-inducing experiences grant unparalleled views of the breathtaking surroundings. Sure, it can be pricey if you come with the whole family, but it is a pretty cool experience in Vancouver. To piggyback on that, I also recommend the Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge. For those who crave a touch of what it's like to cross Capilano Suspension Bridge, Lynn Canyon is a hidden gem. This park in North Vancouver has rugged hiking trails through ancient forests and a smaller suspension bridge that you can cross for free. The stunning Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge spans high across the rushing waters, and it's one of those things you truly have to experience. Next up, head downtown to visit the Olympic statue and the digital Orca. The 2010 Winter Olympics were held in Vancouver, and you can still see the Olympic cauldron right next to the waterfront. There are information plaques here where you can read more about the event, and it's fun to see while exploring the city. Next to it is the digital Orca, part of a citywide art installation and an iconic and loved attraction in Vancouver. I don't ever visit the city without getting a picture there. Following that, I recommend you explore more of the city's public art. Immerse yourself in Vancouver's thriving art scene by embarking on an art walk throughout the city. The Drop is another piece you can see next to the digital Orca, but some of my favorite installations are along the English Bay. These include amazing laughter and engagement, but there are others to see along here as well. Vancouver really is a great spot for public art, and it'll take you a few days to see everything. Next up is Granville Island. Granville Island feels like its own small city in the sprawling metropolis of Vancouver. You could walk, drive, or take a boat taxi across to the island and explore the bustling public market. Here you'll find local vendors showcasing their fresh produce, artisanal goods, and mouth-watering treats. I'm partial to the fantastic donuts at Lee's, but you can't go wrong with all of the different bakeries, restaurants, and breweries here. Note that it gets very hectic on the weekends. My last recommendation is to take a day trip to Whistler. If you have multiple days in the city, then consider venturing to Whistler, known for its world-class ski slopes, charming village, and breathtaking mountain vistas. For me though, the journey is the destination here, and I recommend you spend a lot of time taking in the sights on the fantastic Sea to Sky Highway. You can watch our video where we drove this route and stopped at a ton of places in the description. It's one of those drives you'll never forget, and it's a great day trip from Vancouver. Alright, as promised, here are some quick food recommendations that I love in the city. First up is Medina Cafe. Be prepared to wait here, but it is worth it. Everything is excellent, but you must try the waffles with their many different dipping sauces. You won't be disappointed, and you'll see why it's one of the top rated places in Vancouver. Following that is Japa Dog. The combination of Japanese tastes and hot dogs is not something you'd expect to see, especially in Vancouver. Don't knock it till you try it though. I loved my hot dog here, and I often wish I could go back and eat it again. Following that is Lunch Lady. This is the sister restaurant of a world-famous Vietnamese street food cart that Anthony Bourdain loved. It's a little ways out of downtown Vancouver, but it's a fantastic spot. Lastly, get sushi somewhere in Vancouver. There are excellent spots all over the city. One of the most loved is Tom Sushi, but I'm sure there are lots of other places that people can leave in the comments. Vancouver's a city that invites you to explore and embrace its breathtaking natural beauty, thriving culture, and boundless adventures. I've been many times and I always love going back and exploring more. Hopefully you enjoyed this list. Be sure to let me know what I left off in the comments, and we will see you on the next video.